If you have popping sounds in your low back with or without pain, your muscles are probably tight, causing the tendons to rub against each other, making that sound. Hi, Dr. Malka here, your chiropractor and acupuncturist practicing in Los Angeles, California. And in this video, I'm going to show you stretches and movement exercises to relax those tight low back muscles, which will help prevent arthritis and disc herniations in the future. So start by lying down on the floor, either at home or at your office, and be aware where the area of pain is. Maybe it's on one side, maybe it's on both sides, and go ahead and put a tennis ball right in that area of pain. And maybe this is enough pressure, maybe you have a lot of sensitivity. And you can slowly rock your hips back and forth. And if you want to increase the intensity of the massage, lift the leg of the opposite foot, and that'll drive that pressure down a little bit harder on the tennis ball. And then do the other side as well, lift it up, and that's going to create even more pressure when you lift on the same side. And then go ahead and move the tennis ball as needed, up, closer to your spine, further away from the spine. And this time we're going to try lifting the buttocks up. This is going to create the maximum intensity of massage. And slowly rock the hips from side to side, working in and massaging those muscles. It's actually a tool I like to use, and you'll see this in a lot of my videos, is the Theracane. Once again, this will create a little more pinpoint pressure. You don't have to bother lifting the legs up. You just bring the knob to the low back and then push up using torque against those muscles. Come down, bring it up about an inch or an inch and a half, and then push up. And going back and forth and finding those areas of pain and just putting pressure in there. So sitting on a chair, either at home or at the office, go ahead and scooch to the front of your chair. Bring the arms up in the air and arch back. So what you're stretching here is a muscle that resides in the front of the spine called the iliopsoas. Come back to the neutral spine, and to intensify this stretch, drop one leg back, and once again bring the arms all the way up and arch back. If this bothers your back, just hold on to the chair, create a little support, or maybe even on the edge of the desk. Then hold this for 30 seconds, and then come down and do the other side. Slide to the edge of the chair, drop the leg back, bring the arms up in the air, and arch the body back. And hold for 30 seconds. And you can repeat this stretch 3 to 5 times. Emphasizing maybe one side's tighter than the other, and you can go ahead and emphasize that one side. And then come down. Sliding the chair back, you can then reach forward and create a little traction in that lumbar spine by gripping the desk with your fingers. And then to stretch the one side of the spine, bring the fingers over to one side and hold. Again for 30 seconds. And then bring the arms to the other side, stretching the other side of the low back. And then if you feel like this stretch isn't quite enough, you can go ahead and open your legs a little bit, and then just drop your head through your legs, making sure to relax the neck completely as well.
And this section also creates then this stretch, it also creates a nice traction in the neck. Remember, your head is a 10-pound bowling ball, and just this alone will help open up the neck. Once again, you can come to one side, stretching the opposite side, the left side, and then come over to the other side. And now I'm stretching the right side. And you can hold these for 30 seconds or so. And then using your hands to push yourself up, especially if you have pretty intense back pain. We're going to continue to the front of the chair doing cat and cow. We're going to first arch our pelvis and then round our low back. With cat and cow in yoga, you're really doing the whole body. We're going to try to isolate the whole back. Round completely. And then tuck the pelvis. And this is what we call a mobilization exercise. Just trying to get things moving around in there when you're really tight and stiff. And then roll. And you can repeat this up to about a minute, or really as long as you want to. Arching, and then rounding. Continuing on, we're going to be doing a shifting exercise. So we went back and forth, now we're going side to side. And I call this the Egyptian. And you'll see why. You want to keep your shoulders straight and shift like you're doing an Egyptian. Shift and shift. Make sure when you're doing this, you're not doing this and this. We really want to isolate that pelvic region. Shifting, shoulders are straight and flat. Shift. And this might take a little time to practice. Maybe you can put a mirror in front of you. We're just shifting back and forth. And you can do this up to a minute. If you find that one side is tighter than the other, you can just shift into that one side and just feel that opening up. And then come to the other side. And again, you can just shift into that side, opening it up. Now we'll do the side bending stretch. Arm up, hold on to the chair if you need to, or a desk, keeping the sits bones even. You don't want to lift them up. Sits bones even, up, and bring the arm over. And that stretches and opens up that muscle called the quadratus lumborum, or the QL. And once again, hold for about 30 seconds. Coming up, and switch hands up in the air, and keeping those butt bones down firm on the chair, nice and even, and drop over like so. Keep trying to keep the arm as straight as possible. And this will also open up the rib cage, and part of the arm is a bonus. And then let's continue with rotation exercises. Go ahead and bring the arm up and then back, holding on the chair, and rotate and hold. And you can hold this for 30 seconds. And you'll see I can keep my head straight, but why not get a nice rotation stretch in your neck as well? If you're sitting in front of a computer all day, the neck gets tight as well. And then the other side, arm up, back, holding on to that chair, grabbing with the other hand, and twist. Make sure you don't rotate the pelvis, otherwise you lose that stretch. Feet are firmly planted. And rotate. And keep in mind too, the back is nice and straight. You're not hunching the back down. Keep a nice straight spine and twist. We will be launching a new YouTube video every Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. and I'll be available for any questions you have or suggestions for future videos.